Hey all, I am doing a look today with several products, but one of the products I really wanted you to see is our new reformulated mascara. Comes out January 15th, and it is the best of both worlds from our first original version and our most recent version. So if you liked the separated lashes and the cleaner look, and also the fibers are great for sensitive eyes, but you really liked the lengthening and volume of the first original series gave you, then you're gonna love this. So all I've done so far is put on my moisturizer. This is the moisturizer with the SPF in it, the hydrating, so it's age renewing. And now I'm gonna put on my Glorious Primer. It now comes in a black container. This came out in October, and it's now the end of December, and I still have not had to replace mine, so you know a little goes a very long way. So I'm still using the old version. A little excess primer, put it in my hair. It's great for taming some of those flyaways. So you guys know I always do my eye makeup first, and I'm gonna go ahead and start with my mascara. Before I put on my mascara, I'm going to curl my lashes. So I'm curl my lashes. I wanna make sure that I can get as close to the base as possible. So that's why I pull my eyelid up just a little bit, about 30 seconds. You always want to do this before your mascara, not after, because that will break your lashes. Look at the difference just from that curl. As close as possible. Do that one more time. I didn't quite get all the way to the base. Look at my mirror here. There we go. All right, that's done. So far with the new mascara, I have not had to warm it up. I have not had to sit in water. I usually do that to thin the gel, but I have not had to do that. So hopefully I never have to. So let's go ahead and start applying the gel. The brush is not tapered like the most recent version. It is straight across. And this gel by itself is pretty amazing. Now, I make a pretty good mess just because my lashes are very close to my eyelids, and even more so when I curl them. Again, another reason why I do my eye makeup first. I'm just getting a really good coat because I want to make sure there's something to adhere those fibers to. And I'm going to do the back side. And I will show y'all a little trick to clean up mascara. You want to make sure that your outer lashes are fanned out, your center lashes go straight up, and then your inner lashes are fanned towards your nose. And there's that new brush. Look how clean it is. It has a wiper inside the bottle that really makes a huge difference. These are the new fibers. I still rub it on my hand a little bit to make sure I don't have extra. And they are a little different than the original and the most recent version. I'm just gonna coat that really good. Coat the back side. So, you know, I'll put mascara there too. And I'm going a little side to side so I can make sure I get every side of my lashes. All right, now let's do the other eye. Look at that. Crazy. Crazy. Back side. Don't worry about my mess. I know it's crazy. Front side again, make sure they're all going up. And I love these fibers. I love the last version and this version. These are even better, but they do not irritate my eyes. Very important. Fibers, fibers, fibers. And with this reformulated version, you can just keep on applying coats to your heart's content. The last version was a 400% volume increase. This version is 500%. With 2 coats, it's closer to 900%. That is just crazy. I don't really need 2 coats on most days. This is pretty darn long. And messy. That's me. All right, now I'm gonna coat them back with the gel one more time. To seal those fibers. And really separate those lashes good. And these fibers are nylon, so they dry much faster than the last version. And I'm gonna go on that back side and make sure that I seal those fibers in on the back too. Up. Make sure we're all going up. They're so long, they're like getting stuck in my eyelid. I have hooded eyes, so my eyelids are not very big and they kind of close right at my lash line. This is another reason why this is so much harder for me to do than most people. I've not had any issues with this drying out as quick as the other one. It doesn't seem that the fibers go back onto the brush. So in the other one, the fibers went back on the brush often, so it would get back in the tube and then it would dry the tube out a little quicker. So you always had to clean them off, but that's not happening. Do you see any fibers? None. That is like amazing right there. So I always do my trick with my hairdryer to curl my lashes a little bit more. So I'm gonna do that real quick. This also helps them dry pretty quickly so that I can go ahead and clean up my eyes. Okay. All right, let's do my bottom lashes. I'm not even gonna put fibers on these. I'm just gonna do a coat of mascara. I love how this separates my lashes. All right, that is done. So, and now for my trick. So obviously when I have a lot of mascara, I've got to clean it off. So I take some of my primer, put a little bit on a Q-tip here. You don't need a lot. And then I just rub it right over my eyes, wherever I made a mess. Now you can do this with the eye primer as well. I just grabbed Glorious because you're already going to be putting primer on anyway to make your makeup last longer. It's like an eraser. I do like to make sure that it's good and dry so I don't mess up my lashes. Get the bulk of that off. Look, it's seriously like a magic eraser. Now, most people don't make near as big of a mess as I do. I'll have to use a couple of these to clean up my mess. It's not quite dry. My lashes aren't quite dry, so I'm not gonna go all the way down to my lash line, but that's okay because I'm fixing to put on some eyeshadow underneath there anyway. and some black eyeliner, so I don't care if there's a whole lot right there in my lash line. And now I'm going to go underneath. Same thing. This is a great trick too if you're trying to do like a winged eyeliner look and your wing isn't perfectly straight. You can just take this Glorious primer or eye primer and do the same thing. Just clean up those lines and make them exactly where you want them. All right, pretty darn long. So that is the new mascara. So let's go ahead and finish our look. Let's start with our eyeshadow. And I think I'm gonna use palette 4 today. If I can find it. Thought I had it in front of me, but I didn't. Well, there it is. Sorry about that. This is one of my new favorites. This is the one with the teals and the browns in it. You can see I've used it a bunch. I really, really like it. And I'm going to take my liner shader brush and I'm going to use Arrogant, this kind of camo brown, and just go right over my lid. And you can see how that primer helps create a lot of pigment. Your makeup will go so much longer. It'll last forever. Still haven't ever had to replace a palette. I've had most of these over a year. It's kind of crazy. Now this is new from October. I am just doing a nice coat. Little blending while I'm here. Alrighty. Now I'm going to use my crease brush, which is this rounded end. And I'm going to take Triumphant, which is the navy blue, and put that in my crease. A little extra on the edges, and then right over that top piece. Right in my crease. Now I have to go pretty high because my eyes are hooded, but most people won't have to go as high as I do. Because if I don't go high, then you won't be able to see anything. And I don't want to put on all this eyeshadow, no one can see it. What a waste. I'm just making a little circular motion on the edges so I can make sure there's more there than in the inner eye. Okay. Now I'm going to use that liner shader brush again, just for the sake of time. I'm going to use less brushes than normal, and then I'm going to use Secretive, which is a kind of coppery bronze, more gold than bronze, and do that right in the inner. Same kind of thing, circle and back. Okay, now I'm going to clean this brush off again, and I'm going to use it to do my blending here. Other side. Another benefit to doing your eye makeup first is you don't have to worry about if you go too far out or too far in or anything else. You just do whatever. You clean it up. All right, I'm gonna take this Arrogant again, the original brown, and just make sure that that's blended real nice right there. I just grabbed the wrong color, sorry. All right, now I'm gonna take Tender. It looks white, but it's not. It is a cream colored. Use the same brush, and I'm gonna do this right underneath my brows. I'm going to go all the way to where my brows will stop once I draw them. Sometimes I use my finger to do this, just so I can get a good line right on the top. Just depends on my mood. And I really like that to be kind of prominent, so I'm doing a little extra. Don't worry about getting it in my brows because I haven't drawn them yet, so it's no big deal. Okay, that's done. All right, so I'm going to do my liner today with my liner shader brush since I've already got it in my hand. And I'm going to use Addiction Shadow Palette number 3 because it has a nice black. This Irate is just solid black. And I'm going to take my rose water and I'm just spray that right there in the palette. You can spray it in the lid. Everybody does a little different. And I'm just going to put that right on the end of my liner brush. And that's what I'm going to do my eyeliner with. So there was really no need for me to clean up right there at my line because I'm fixing to put liner on top of it anyways. And again, I don't do wings much because I do have hooded eyes. So they just kind of blend in with everything else and they make my eyes look smaller. Spray a little more rose water, do my bottom lower line. There's that, done. All right, give that a second to dry. Want to make sure that's good and dry. And we're gonna come back and do a little bit more cleaning up. So I am going to take today my Bonbon and Honey, and I'm going to use my concealer in Chiffon, which is closer to my natural color. It's been really dry here, it's winter, so I am wanting something that has a little bit more moisture in it, and this BB is very moisturizing. But I do want to have more coverage than I get with just the BB, so I'm going to put concealer in it. And I'm going to mix the two of them together. So I just put a couple drops of the concealer right in the brush with the foundation. There's no magic recipe or anything like that. It just gives me a little more coverage. I'm going to tap that on in a few places. And just gonna get to rub it in. Gets rid of all that red. In the winter when my skin gets dry, it starts to get red. And you can see how much moisture there is in this on my face. Sometimes I'll wear this just by itself because it just gives me a little bit of a glow because it is a little dewy. But most of the time I'm gonna put powder. So I am going to clean up that shadow line right there, cut it right across with my foundation. I love this brush. This is a liquid foundation brush, but I use it for all my foundation. It is perfect. I've tried the oval brushes, not a fan. I used to use a flat foundation brush, but I fell in love with this one and I haven't changed. Now, I haven't even put on my regular concealer underneath my eyes yet, but you can see how much coverage I got from just that. But I am going to go ahead and do that. And I'm just going to be lazy and I'm going to use this same brush. Just tap a little bit of my, did I describe the wrong one? Sorry. I want to tap a little bit of my Scarlet concealer, which is a super light one. That I just grabbed the chiffon again. Sorry about that. Just a dot. I mean, a dot. This goes a long way. And I like to bring that down just a little bit underneath my eye, right on those cheekbones. Okay. And I'm going to use a different color powder. I'm going to use this taffeta. It's lighter than my regular shade, and use that right underneath my eyes because I just like to have it lighter underneath my eyes. And then I'll go back and add my satin everywhere else, so it'll blend. Just a little there. Now here's satin. I'm just blending it so I'm not going over all of that taffeta. Sometimes I even do scarlet, which is the lightest one. Look at that coverage. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It is all coming together now, ladies. All coming together. Okay, let's do these brows. I'm gonna use my brow pencil. Go ahead and brush these brows up first. And do a line at the very bottom, right from the inner, all the way across where I want the bottom of my brow to be. And you always want your eyebrows to go all the way down to where they're right here across from your eye. Am I not quite there? There's like two brows, I guess you can call those, hairs down there, but not enough. Now I'm gonna do the top the same way, and now I'm just filling in. Do this side. Top. Filling in. Now sometimes I will take a lighter brown shadow and do it right here in the center of my eye to give a more faded look. But I'm kind of in a hurry today, so I am just gonna fill in with my brow pencil. And we have stencils. If you are new to doing your eyebrows and you want to have something to help you, we have little stencils in every different shape. You can actually get a set of 5, so you have any shape you could want. And I'm just using this to brush up. It also blends. Okay, now we're gonna do my blush. And I'm gonna wear Stunning today, which is my go-to pink. This hot pink. You always want to use blush. You really need to have a little pink. And I'm gonna do a little bit of contouring with my bronzer. Use the dark side with my contour brush right on my nose. To thin that out a little bit, right on the tip. And right underneath here, and right here, and right here. Just an easy way. And then I'm going to put a little bronzer on my cheeks. With my big old powder puff brush. Sometimes I use my blusher brush, and I'm gonna blend with that. Just depends on my mood. All these things are interchangeable. You can just do anything with any of this stuff. And I'm gonna wear the new lip gloss that we just got, Lucid. I love this color. My eyes are pretty bold today, so I'm just gonna do something a little bit toned down for that. Now I'm gonna do my highlight with, this color is Angelic. It's one of our pigments. And this is just a fan brush I got on Amazon. It's not my favorite. I need to order another one because this quality isn't that great, but it works for now. Right here. Right here. I always like a lot of highlight. Never seems like it's enough. Sure that is, but some days I just feel like I need a little extra. And I'm gonna take my blending bud and let me spray more rose water on it. It's not dry. You want to put rose water on it or water so that you're not completely taking off all the product you just put on. And my nose is a little pink today. I'll blend some of that out. All right, I'm gonna touch up my eyelashes one more time. Make sure they're all pointing in the right direction since I clean them up a little bit. And can you see? It's my finished look. Amazing. Bye, everybody.